Welcome to the culinary journey through the heart of Europe, Switzerland. Nestled amidst the Alps, this country is renowned for its diverse cuisine that beautifully reflects the country's rich cultural mosaic. Each region in Switzerland boasts its unique dishes and flavors, from the heart-warming Fondue of Geneva to the hearty Zurich-style Ragout of veal and mushroom. Whether it's the creamy, melt-in-your-mouth Raclette or the crispy golden Rosti, Swiss cuisine has a knack for turning simple ingredients into dishes that are nothing short of a culinary masterpiece. And let's not forget the sweet treats. The Bern-style Lekerlis biscuits with hazelnuts are a testament to Swiss mastery over the baking arts. The Swiss culinary landscape is as diverse as its stunning geography, offering a delightful medley of flavors that are sure to tantalize your taste buds. So, gear up, food lovers, as we initiate on a delicious journey through the top 10 foods to try in Switzerland. First up on our list is the iconic Swiss fondue. This tantalizing dish is as Swiss as mountain peaks and yodeling. Fondue is a pot of melted cheese, traditionally a blend of Gruyere and Emmental. The cheese is melted with white wine and garlic, then seasoned with a dash of nutmeg. The result is a creamy, velvety pot of pure indulgence. The name fondue comes from the French verb fondre, meaning to melt, which perfectly encapsulates the essence of this dish. Originating in the 18th century, this dish was a clever way for Swiss mountain dwellers to use up hardened cheese and stale bread. The cultural significance of fondue in Switzerland is immense. It's more than just a meal, it's a social experience. Friends and family gather around a communal pot, dipping chunks of crusty bread into the bubbling cheese using long forks. It's a tradition that fosters warmth and camaraderie, especially during the chilly winter months. A meal of fondue is often enjoyed with sides of pickles and baby onions, which provide a tangy contrast to the rich cheese. And to wash it all down, a traditional Swiss white wine or hot tea is the drink of choice. But remember, the Swiss believe that drinking anything cold with fondue will cause the cheese to harden in your stomach, so keep those beverages warm. Fondue has been a symbol of Swiss unity since it was declared the national dish in the 1930s. It has since spilled over the Swiss borders and won hearts worldwide, but the true experience lies in the Swiss Alps, where fondue is a way of life. A visit to Switzerland would be incomplete without trying this melted cheese delight. Next up, we have the hearty and filling Papet Vaudois. Now, this is a dish that truly embodies the spirit of Swiss cuisine. It's simple yet full of flavor. Papet Vaudois is a traditional Swiss dish that hails from the canton of Vaud, hence its name. The main components of Papet Vaudois are leeks and potatoes, two humble ingredients that, when combined, create a dish that is both satisfying and comforting. The leeks and potatoes are cooked very slowly, almost stewed until they become soft and almost melt in your mouth. The result is a creamy, rich and flavorful concoction that forms the base of the dish. But what makes Papet Vaudois truly special is the addition of sausage. The traditional choice is a smoked variety known as saucisson vaudois. This sausage is cooked along with the leeks and potatoes, infusing the entire dish with a smoky, meaty flavor that is simply irresistible. Once it's done, Papet Vaudois is served hot, straight from the stove. The warm, creamy leek and potato base is topped with slices of the smoky sausage, creating a dish that is as beautiful to look at as it is delicious to eat. It's the kind of meal you want to tuck into on a cold winter's day, a dish that warms you from the inside out. And there you have it, Papet Vaudois, a Swiss dish that is as simple as it is satisfying. It's a testament to the magic that can happen when you take simple, quality ingredients and cook them with care and attention. This dish is a true comfort food, perfect for those chilly Swiss evenings. The third must-try food is the Swiss national dish, Rosti. Now, what exactly is Rosti? Well, it's a delectable delight made with one key ingredient, potatoes. These aren't just any potatoes, though. They are grated and then pan-fried to perfection, achieving a golden, crispy exterior that encases a tender, fluffy interior. Rosti is a dish that's as versatile as it is delicious. Traditionally, it's served as a breakfast dish, a hearty way to start the day, but don't let tradition limit your Rosti experience. This dish can be enjoyed at any time of day, whether as a standalone meal or as a delightful side to complement other dishes, and that's not all. The beauty of Rosti is that it can be customized to suit your palate. Fancy some added flavor? Mix in some onions or bacon? Want a touch of luxury? Top it off with a bit of caviar. The possibilities are endless, but the true charm of Rosti lies in its simplicity. At its core, it's just potatoes, but The way these potatoes are transformed through the cooking process is nothing short of magical. The result is a dish that's comforting and familiar, yet incredibly satisfying. Rosti is more than just a dish. It's a reflection of Swiss culinary ingenuity, a simple yet ingenious way of turning a humble ingredient into a dish that's loved by many. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, Rosti is a dish that captures the essence of Swiss cuisine. Moving on, we have the basil-style roasted flour soup. A staple of Swiss cuisine, this soup is a delightful melange of simplicity and flavor. At its core, it's made with flour, butter, and onion, all roasted to perfection. This process gives the soup its distinct, comforting flavor. Additionally, the inclusion of beef stock adds a depth of taste and richness that elevates the dish to a whole new level. Traditionally, this soup is served hot, making it a perfect companion during the chilly Swiss winters. The aroma of roasted flour and onions wafting through the air is enough to warm your soul before you've even taken a sip. It's a dish that encapsulates the essence of Swiss culinary tradition, where simplicity and quality ingredients come together to create something truly delightful. This warming soup is a demonstration of the simplicity and depth of Swiss cuisine. Next on our list is the deliciously gooey raclette. Originating from the canton of Valais, raclette is not just a dish, but a cherished Swiss tradition. Imagine a wheel of semi-hard cheese slowly melting under a grilling apparatus, the raclette grill. The name raclette is derived from the French word racler, which means to scrape. This is fitting, as the bubbling golden surface of the cheese is scraped onto a plate, ready to be savored. Now let's talk about the companions of this star of the show. Traditionally, raclette is served with boiled or steamed potatoes, small gherkins or pickles, and silver skin onions. The contrast of the warm, unctuous cheese with the crisp, tangy pickles and onions, along with the comforting softness of the potatoes, creates a symphony of flavors and textures. This is not a dish you rush. No, raclette is about taking your time, enjoying the process, the anticipation as the cheese melts and bubbles, and the satisfaction as you scrape it onto your plate. It's about sharing a meal with friends or family, the conversation flowing as freely as the melted cheese. The Swiss believe that raclette warms you from the inside, making it the perfect dish for those chilly winter nights. But honestly, its deliciousness transcends seasons. Whether you're in the heart of Switzerland or in your own kitchen, the magic of raclette can be recreated, capturing a slice of Swiss tradition and gastronomy. Raclette is not just a dish, it's an experience, one that you should not miss out on. Moving forward, we have the wholesome polenta and braised beef. This delightful dish is a classic in Swiss cuisine, offering a delightful blend of hearty, satisfying flavors. Polenta, a staple in many European cuisines, is a dish made from cornmeal. It's cooked slow and low, turning the cornmeal into a creamy, comforting base. Now let's talk about the center of attention, the braised beef. Braising is a cooking method where the beef is first seared at a high temperature and then finished off in a covered pot at a lower temperature while sitting in some amount of liquid. This slow cooking method results in a tender, flavorful piece of beef that falls apart at the touch of a fork. In this dish, the beef's rich, meaty flavor beautifully complements the creamy polenta. The braising liquid, often a combination of broth, wine, and aromatic herbs, doubles as a sauce that adds an extra layer of flavor to the polenta. Traditionally, the polenta is served as a bed for the braised beef, allowing the sauces from the beef to trickle down and infuse the polenta with their flavors. It's a match made in culinary heaven, each component enhancing the other. This dish is a perfect fusion of flavors and textures, making it a must-try. So next time you find yourself in Switzerland, don't forget to indulge in some polenta and braised beef. It's a culinary experience you won't want to miss. Next up, we have the rich and hearty Zurich-style Ragout. This dish, known locally as Zürcher Geschnetzeltes, is a staple in Swiss cuisine and a showcase of the country's culinary savoir-faire. Zurich-style Ragout is a sumptuous blend of veal, kidneys, and sweetbreads stewed to perfection, creating a symphony of flavors. The veal, tender and succulent, is the main attraction, while the kidneys and sweetbreads add a unique depth of flavor that is simply unforgettable. But what is a ragout without a robust sauce? Here, onions, white wine and cream come together in a rich aromatic sauce that envelops every morsel, infusing it with an unparalleled taste sensation. The sauce, creamy and indulgent, is the perfect counterpoint to the meat's savory goodness. And let's not forget the mushrooms, a key player in this Swiss favorite. They lend an earthy touch to the dish, their subtle flavor complementing the meat and sauce wonderfully. The mushrooms, cooked until just tender, provide a delightful textural contrast, making every bite a culinary adventure. Traditionally, Zurich-style Ragout is served piping hot, often accompanied by Rosti, the Swiss take on hash browns. The crispy Rosti not only adds a contrasting crunch to the meal, but also soaks up the heavenly sauce, making for an irresistible combo. This dish is a culinary delight that beautifully showcases the Swiss love for meat and mushrooms. We're moving closer to the end of our list with the scrumptious Tartiflette. This delightful dish, a harmonious marriage between French and Swiss cuisines, is a cheese lover's dream come true. Rooted in the Savoy region of the Alps, Tartiflette is a hearty, comforting dish designed to warm you up on the coldest of winter days. Now, what makes Tartiflette so irresistible? Well, it's the perfect blend of simple yet flavorful ingredients. Imagine a base of tenderly cooked potatoes, generously layered with crispy bacon and caramelized onions. But the star of the show is undoubtedly the Reblochon cheese. This soft, creamy cheese melts beautifully into the dish, enveloping the potatoes and bacon in a blanket of cheesy goodness. Traditionally, Tartiflette is baked in the oven until the cheese forms a golden, bubbling crust on top. The result is a rich and comforting dish with a lovely contrast of textures: the soft, creamy cheese and potatoes, the crispy bacon, and the slightly crunchy cheese crust. Tartiflette is typically served hot out of the oven. Just the sight of it, bubbling and golden, is enough to make your mouth water. It's the perfect dish to share with family or friends on a cozy evening in, paired with a crisp white wine to cut through the richness. To sum it up, Tartiflette is an indulgent treat that perfectly balances the earthy flavor of potatoes, the smoky taste of bacon, and the creamy, rich taste of Reblochon cheese. This cheesy potato dish is a perfect indulgence for any cheese lover. For all the sweet tooth out there, next up is the Bern-style Lekerlis biscuits. These are more than just cookies. They're a taste of Swiss tradition. Made with a delectable mix of honey, flour, candied peel, and an assortment of spices like cinnamon and clove. These biscuits are a delightful treat. The key ingredient that sets them apart, however, is the hazelnuts. These nuts add a unique crunch and a rich nutty flavor that complements the sweetness of the honey and the warmth of the spices. But Lekerlis biscuits aren't just about the taste. They also hold a special place in Swiss festivities, particularly during the Christmas season. It's during this time that families gather together and bake these biscuits, filling their homes with the comforting aroma of honey and spices. It's a tradition that not only brings warmth and sweetness to the Swiss winter, but also brings families closer together. These biscuits are a sweet reminder of the warmth and tradition of Swiss culture. Last but not least, we have the creamy and delicious Vacherin Mont d'Or. A soft cheese that hails from Switzerland, Vacherin Mont d'Or is a culinary delight that is a must-try for any cheese lover. Made from the milk of cows that graze on the lush mountain pastures of the Jura region, this cheese is encased in a strip of spruce bark, which imparts a unique, woody flavor. The production of Vacherin Mont d'Or is a seasonal affair, only crafted between August and March when the cows are brought down from their summer pastures. This gives the cheese an exclusive status, and its arrival is eagerly awaited by cheese aficionados. When served, Vacherin Mont d'Or is traditionally warmed in its wooden box until it reaches a lusciously runny consistency. This is then spooned over boiled potatoes, creating a dish that is simply irresistible. The taste of Vacherin Mont d'Or is a delightful combination of cream, nut and earthy tones, with the spruce bark adding a hint of resinous flavor. This cheese dish is a true Swiss delicacy, one that you should definitely savor. And there you have it, the top 10 foods to try in Switzerland. We've taken a sumptuous journey through Swiss cuisine, starting with the creamy, cheesy delight of fondue. We then savored the hearty, comforting Papet Vaudois, a beautiful medley of leeks, potatoes and sausage. Our taste buds were tantalized by the crispy Rosti and warmed by the basil-style roasted flour soup. We indulged in the rich Raclette and savored the satisfying combination of polenta and braised beef. Our culinary adventure continued with the Zurich-style ragout of veal and mushroom and the French-Swiss fusion of tartiflette. We then treated ourselves to the sweet, spiced Bern-style Lekerlis biscuits with hazelnuts. And, for a grand finale, we experienced the velvety Vacherin Mont cheese. Each dish is a representation of the rich culinary heritage of Switzerland. So next time you're in Switzerland, make sure you give these dishes a try. Until then, happy cooking and happy eating.